Hi, I'm Galen, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to go over month 7, which puts us at January of 2022. I decided to keep growing the beard out. I didn't think it was going to look good, but I just wanted to see how long I could really grow it and see if the length could kind of cover up bald patches, but I think that there were just too much patchiness to actually make it look good. I thought it looked good, and people were telling me to keep it at the time, but I'm kind of glad that I trimmed it down because it was starting to look a little haggard. Today we're in March of 2023, and we're technically in month 20 now. And this is kind of what I'm working with. I've been trimming it down maybe once every other week to about 12 millimeters, and it seems to be doing pretty well. I still am seeing quite a bit of growth. But let's get into the actual photos, and then you can kind of compare how far I've come. So the very first photo is in January 1st, right at the beginning of the new year. And you can see that the chin area is looking pretty good. Same with the mustache at the ends. But everything else kind of looks really scraggly, and I think the length really demonstrates just how patchy it was at the time. And if you look at the left side, you can kind of compare where I'm at now to where I was back then. So granted, it's about 13 months since this photo, so a little over a year. So a lot can change in a year, and if you're kind of hesitant about going on this journey, just know that it is a very long journey. Right around now is when I started seeing a lot of growth from the derma needling, and if we move over to the right side, you can kind of see the difference there as well. I think I see the most difference on the right side because the right side was really lacking for a long time. But the derma needling really started to expedite the process of the hair growth. So if you're not derma needling right now, I highly recommend it. And here is the under chin area, and you can kind of see how much farther I've come since then. So here I decided that, yeah, it was looking really scraggly. This is a week later, and I decided just to shave it all off and start brand new. You can kind of see where the stubble kind of comes in. This is from clean shaven to 1 week of growth at this point. It kind of looks weird. I haven't seen my kind of naked face in a long time. It's kind of cool to look back. And here's the left side. And the right side, again, the weaker side. And the chin. And you can see when it's shaven down and kind of only at a week's growth, you can kind of see where all the stubble really lies. A lot of it falls on the mustache area and the chin area. And then here is January 15th. You can see I'm still kind of shaving it down and letting it grow in. And the stubble is just right where the mustache and the chin is. Here's the left side. You can kind of see the redness of where I was derma needling. So I would derma needle and then I would take these photos. And here's the right side. You can start to see the light stubble. If I were to stop off on the Minoxidil at this point, you could probably assume that you would lose all that light stubble. So you kind of have to wait. If you want to keep any of the gains, you got to make sure that it is like the darker hairs, like on the chin area. And here's the chin area. So if I were to stop at this period, you'd see the chin would be the part that would be retained, and most of the cheeks will most likely go away. So here's week 4 of January. You can kind of see that the mustache is starting to grow in a little bit, but it's a really slow process to kind of meet. I really didn't start seeing like a true connection of the mustache until way later, probably not until 2023, which is the 18th month mark, is where I safely say that the mustache actually connects. It all depends on your beard pattern, and you will more than likely have trouble areas. You know, my trouble areas are the underlip and the mustache. This connector on the right side is a little bit weaker than this side. Maybe you can see the difference. It's like slightly less dense here. It's coming in, but it's just a little slower than this side. But you can really see the acne in these pictures because it felt like every time I would get to a certain point in the beard progress, and then I'd blow up with acne, and then the acne would subside, and then I'd get to the next wave, and then it's like every new wave of hair that was coming into the beard essentially would trigger an acne response. At least that was for me. You know, it gets less and less as time is going on, but mind you, I didn't have pretty much any acne before I started this beard journey. So probably the last time I ever had acne was in high school. And here's the right side. You can see the redness from the microneedling, but yeah, you can see that the acne is very aggressive, at least for me, right? I didn't have anything, so having something is quite drastic. And you can start to see that some of the hair is starting to become more terminal, especially in the sideburn area, and it's starting to come down on the chin. And that was kind of how it grew in. So I started up here. This is probably still darker than the cheek area, but the cheek area is now definitely filling in, but it kind of started up here and then grew down here. And then for a while, you'll probably see this later, there was like a weak patch right here, which slowly got to move away, and then now it all connects, which is awesome. And here's the chin area. Again, you can start to see the difference of where it started to connect. You know, this took a while to actually become like at least wide enough to say it actually connected. And then here is January 30th, so the last week of January. I tried to grow a mustache. I've always wanted the Henry Cavill look, to my wife's dismay, but to essentially have the mustache with the stubble on the side. And I was really proud of this. I kind of look like those strong men of old where you're bald and have the thick mustache. But again, the mustache doesn't really connect, so it doesn't look all that great. It kind of works, but here on the sides you can see mostly in that sideburn area. Sorry, this side on the sideburn area is right around here is where I had kind of some-ish facial hair before the Minoxidil beard journey. And that's again where it's kind of the thickest. And here is the right side. It's the stubble starting to get thicker, yeah, especially in this area, but not quite where it needed to be. And here's that chin area. It's not a great picture, mostly because the mustache kind of overshadows the chin, but you can definitely see that it's a lot wider than it was in previous months. So that takes us to the end of month 7, which is January of 2022. And I'm glad that you've been following me all this way, just seeing my beard progress. Hopefully I'm getting these videos just a little more concise in my language so that it's not taking so much of your time. But I really appreciate all your support. And if you like this content, make sure to give me a thumbs up. That really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. I can't believe that we've hit over 600 views on one of my videos, and consistently all these videos have been going over 100 views. If I could get maybe to 200 views at least on average, that'd be super cool. So again, thank you so much for your support. And if you want to continue following me on my beard journey, consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate seeing you around some more. And if not, then I hope to see you around, and keep strong, beard brother. Catch you later.